Hi guys, it's Rabbit, and as has been requested for a really long time, I am remaking my curly hair routine video because it's been a while since I have shown you guys how I style my hair and the products that I'm currently using, and honestly, everything in regards to my regime hasn't changed very much, but I know you guys do still like to get these updates. I've had this video requested several times just to catch you guys up with what I did post-recording in regards to getting my hair to where it is right now. I hopped out of the shower about 15 minutes ago and I condition washed my hair with the, hang on, let me show you guys the bottle. So I use the Salon Care conditioner, and I've talked about these conditioners in a lot of other videos. I'm not going to re-describe everything here because that is not the point of this video. Just know that I used the white tea tree ginger version of this, and I actually transferred it to a smaller bottle, and I don't feel like fishing it out of my bathtub since this was right here beside me. I get asked about how many times I condition wash versus how often I shampoo. I tend to condition wash my hair about 4 times a week, and I shampoo twice a week. Obviously that varies, it just depends on what I'm doing. Sometimes I might shampoo 3 times a week or only once a week. It just depends on the weather and if I'm getting dirty, or different factors like that will influence that ratio of condition washing to shampooing. I do still have some product on my hair because, as a lot of you know, I do tend to use my conditioners also as leave-ins. So I have that Salon Care conditioner presently in my hair. So the first thing that I should probably mention while I'm doing this is that I always do the most detangling when I'm in the shower and my hair is sopping wet with conditioner in it. So as of right now, my hair is already detangled, so I take care of that early. So I'm going to part my hair with my fingers, and I guess this is another good time to mention that I do not use combs at all. I only detangle and part using my fingers. I think it's just better that way, but if you have to use a comb because your hair may be extremely dense, I'd say my hair is pretty thick, but I'm okay to not use a comb. If that is not the case with you, stick with a wide tooth comb. You'll experience far less breakage than if you use a fine tooth comb. So yeah, and then I'm just gonna like quickly run my fingers through, and as you can see, the hair's already been detangled, so it's just going pretty easily for me. At this point, I wouldn't say my hair is sopping wet, but it's still pretty wet. I can't style my hair once it starts to dry very much. Something that I used to do, and you might have seen this if you watch some of my older tutorials, some of them I've taken down because I wanted to reshoot them to update them like I'm doing with this video. But in some of the older ones, if you've been a long-time subscriber, I always would keep a spray bottle with some water and conditioner or olive oil in it to spritz my hair as I go, just to keep it wet. But lately, I haven't really needed to do that. Another thing I do want to note for those of you who are watching is the way that I detangle. As you can see, I am stumbling upon a couple just small snarls and snags. I got most of the major knots out in the shower, but the way I detangle is I separate the hair like this. I really don't think it's good for hair, like when you have a comb and you tend to just go down and kind of like rip the hair down and you're just pulling the knot out, as opposed to separating the hairs out of the knot. So this is going to be, in my opinion, your best way of detangling without ripping out your hair, because if there's a knot, let's say there's one right here, I don't know how well you guys can see, there's not one, but if that was a knot, by pulling it this way and it has, you know, conditioner on it, it tends to just slowly pull the hairs out of the knot, as opposed to you just ripping the entire knot and all of the hairs that are in it out. So this is how I've been detangling my hair for a really long time. I haven't used a comb in many years and it hasn't been an issue. Although I know some people think that's really weird, never combing your hair. I think it's better for your hair to just use your hands. You have much more manipulation of the hair. You can, in my opinion, detangle it much better and much faster, and without doing so much damage to the hair. As you guys can see now, I'm just trying to smooth down pieces, because once I've got it oriented how I want, I'm going to apply my holding product, and for me, I prefer to use gel. I know some people swear by mousses, or you might use hairspray or pomades or some other kind of cream. I I don't think it matters what you use, just find a product that works for you. This is the point where I would say go ahead and grab your gel. And what I like to do, and I know this probably seems really weird to you guys, my hair tends to start to like puff up at the roots, so I try to apply as much product all over it as possible, and I know some people prefer to only apply the gel kind of like halfway down. So I do apply it from not necessarily on the roots, but I start at the top and work it through that way. So I'll just let you see how I do it. But I do add the gel incrementally because I want to make sure that it's getting dispersed throughout all of the hair. So I start by just applying it, and then I sort of, I guess you could say, finger comb it through, almost as though you're detangling the hair, but your emphasis at this point is just on getting it to disperse throughout all of the hair so it's not just sitting on top of your hair, because it's not going to do you any good if you've got a good amount of gel on top but then the inside has no gel at all. So it's still going to end up being puffy and look uneven. One of the other things that I like about the LA Sports gel that I just showed to you guys is that I find it to be really forgiving. So if you're a little too heavy-handed, I found that I can very easily just crunch it out of my hair once my hair starts to dry, and it still leaves me with soft, defined curls. But I haven't even had really an issue with crunchiness with this gel like I've experienced with some others, so I think this is a really good purchase. I've used several other gels, and this is still probably in my top 3. I know this is probably really boring for you guys just watching me get the gel through, but I try to be as thorough as possible. I'm very meticulous about making sure that all of my hair has gel, because uneven holding just looks really bad to me. Or where you can clearly see that one side has gel and then the other one looks like the girl didn't really put any in it. So, and of course it also depends on the type of conditioner that you use. For me, if I'm using a Tresemme conditioner as a leave-in, I don't really even need to use any gel. Or if I do use some, it's just at kind of my base, close to my roots, to make sure that the hair doesn't get so puffy. And then here's where I probably differ from you. I tend to not use any heat on my hair, so I don't blow dry, I don't straighten, I don't do anything. I actually don't even color my hair. So at this point, I just kind of like walk away and let it air dry. If you are concerned about that, you are welcome to go ahead and blow dry if you really want to. I'm going to leave the styling at this, so I'm not going to put any frou-frou bows or pins or anything in it. So yeah, this is where I am going to leave you guys. I hope you enjoyed this very straightforward, direct, curly hair tutorial, because I know a lot of you really wanted to see this, and I tend to be a little bit eccentric, and I have kind of a funky personality, and I know that that doesn't always fit well with everybody, and some of you don't really get my sense of humor, so I'll try to kind of balance it out. And if I do a goofy type of video, I will try to also have a more serious and straightforward one that reflects the information just the same. Alright, so if you guys have any questions about anything, I might have definitely skipped some information that might have been important to you, definitely feel free to leave me a comment down below. I also have a Facebook page, so if you feel more comfortable communicating with me there, by all means drop me an inbox message or leave me a comment. You know, I am really quick to respond, so just let me know whatever inquiries you have. Alright, thank you so much guys, take care, and I'll talk to you later, bye!